Blair Langlois' 3 early threes have Butler out in front by 4 after the first quarter. Natalie Fontaine for the Cardinals has gotten it done on that side. 6 points for her in the first quarter. She needs 5 more to move into 4th place all-time in Ball State's career scoring ranks. She did have a handful of rebounds, though, Amber, in the first quarter. 4 of them total, so she's now 8th all-time in Ball State rebounding. 712. She passed Portia Green today.
Right now, she's doing a great job on both ends of the court, scoring and rebounding. And you mentioned Butler did a good job of pushing her off the block, and she still turned around and hit that baseline J.
It's going to be a Butler basketball here to start quarter number 2. Bulldogs 5 of 13 shooting. They'll maintain possession. 3 of 5 is Langlois. She started at 3 of 3. So the percentage at 38.5% from the floor looks okay, but when you look deeper into it, still looking for some answers against Ball State's defense. Here's Buck. They run her off the line. And Langlois, good job running her off the line. Shot clock's inside of 10. Back to Langlois. She's missed 3 in a row. And the rebound to Monaco. You've got to run at your three-point shooters, quote-unquote, run them off the line.
Run them off the line. That's great ball movement by Butler. They forced Ball State into a couple of switches that possession, which I don't think is what Coach Salih wanted coming out of that timeout.
Monaco almost open. Shoots it anyway. Missed just short. Had some daylight off the screen. Maybe should have pulled the trigger when she first got gun shy.
Sometimes it's better to just square up, take your time, and take the first shot.
Here's Langlois again. Buck and Langlois just playing tag. And a moving screen called on Ward.
Brittany Ward, the freshman, is out there, and she takes up a lot of space. She's really setting a lot of screens each possession for Butler. I'm surprised that this is the first time she's been called for that moving screen, but that's her job. She's got to nail the defense and force them into rotation.
Where Butler does have to be careful is that's now 2 players with 2 fouls. Monaco missing long, and here comes Langlois. They only have 7 players. So you can't really get into foul trouble because you don't have any options. Grande with the steal. 3-on-1 Ball State. Morrison. That was good defense by Ward, although it stays with Ball State. And Morrison again. Boy, she'd rather do that.
It's as if Jill Morrison knew that she needed to get the ball back in her hand. She was not content with having her shot blocked in transition.
164 career three-pointers for Jill Morrison. Ward cannot match her. Cardinals running. Big-time tempo lift. Grande now. A little long. And the rebound to Sydney Buck.
Great job by Ball State to push it that possession. You know, Jose's out there for her defense, but her ability to rebound the ball and start the transition break is good for Ball State.
Hand off Langlois. Three to shoot. Langlois. She's now missed her last 3 from behind the arc. You can sense Butler's kind of prodding to try to get shots for Buck and Langlois.
They are, and they're doing a good job of it, moving the ball around against the changing defenses of Ball State.
I mean, rightfully so. It's not like that was a bad thing. You can just see that's kind of where the offense is going. 2 to shoot. And Grande again comes up just short. Butler's going to take that. Carmen Grande is 0 for 6, and if they can force her to shoot instead of Bennett or Monaco or Morrison or Fontaine, Kurt Godlewski's going to sleep well tonight.
That's good scouting and good game strategy by Butler. They know that Grande struggles a little bit, particularly off of the dribble. So she's gotten 2 or 3 shots up there in the top of the key range off of the dribble. None of them have been on point. I think they're going to keep letting her get those shots.
Not for lack of trying. If anybody shoots on this team more than Carmen Grande, they're lying to you.
She practices, and she practices her craft very diligently.
Obert with the bank shot. When she can't get into the arena to shoot, Carmen Grande is known to be at the rec center here on campus. You got pickup going on in the court next to you. You got the varsity point guard, 21st in the nation in assists, shooting on the court over there. Morrison a little bit long. Butler now +2 rebounding. Off the curl, Langlois with a 2-point bucket.
This is that spread offense we were talking about earlier, Joel. Butler will do a good job of running that motion, creating space by cutting and spreading the court.
Fontaine trying to drive on Obert. Pretty good wall-up defense. That's going to stay with Ball State. Credit Obert going toe-to-toe with the Swedish Wonder.
Right now, Butler's lockdown defense inside is very impressive. Their hands are straight up. You mentioned they can't get into foul trouble. Right there, Obert did a great job. She moved her feet. She was in position and then wasn't tempted to reach in and try to pick up a silly foul by blocking at the last second.
Monaco off the baseline out of bounds is short. Butler doing a really good job here trying to limit Ball State 1 and out.
Well, and Ball State is not doing a good job of moving the ball, putting it on the floor, and trying to get action going to the rim.
Weaver finds Obert for 3, got Fontaine to run at her. And a foul off ball is on Monaco.
Ball State foul.
Now that Butler is spreading the court, Ball State may put themselves in position to pick up more of these ticky-tack type of hand-check fouls because they've got to sprint out and contain the ball on the dribble.
Stand corrected, they got Fontaine for that foul. Her first, Ball State's first, and Butler comes out of the car wreck with the basketball. Morrison really picking up the pressure defense. Cardinals live for deflections. They average 20 turnovers against a game. But Buck finds another 3.
Again, Ball State has 2 things in mind. They need to guard Langlois and guard Buck from the 3-point line.
Butler is 5 of 12 from behind the arc. Has not trailed by more than 2, has led by as many as 8. That's where we stand. Fontaine. And a block on Obert. That's now her second, so 3 Butler Bulldogs with 2 fouls here in the first half. Can only do so much to hide them when the bench is 7 deep. Butler leads by 8, though. It has a cushion midway through the second quarter.